on what's the vision look like for the AsInt Edge and what's the edge factor?
The edge factor for AsInt Edge is adaptable, reliable, and accessible, easily accessible, easily adaptable to the people, and you can actually take it to the next level very, very quickly. So what we are trying to build with AsInt Edge is give every single engineer out over there, or if there is a single consultant out over there, the platform that they actually ask for it or demand for it for years. We're trying to bring that platform to the mix now and have it available for them so they can easily access the application. They can easily access the tier that they wanted to go to. If they wanted to dive into the fitness or service calculation or risk-based inspection calculation or inspection management calculation, you can do all those calculations. So over the last 8-9 years, and as a founders, we have a lot of other applications we developed over the years, but the last 8-9 years, we generally focus on SAP. SAP was our core foundation of the application, so we developed a lot of application on SAP BTP. So what we're trying to change now is we are still developing demo application on SAP, and that is our still a focus. We have a lot of enterprise clients that are actually utilizing our solution and everything else, but now we are trying to take care of the customer or the individual that actually demanding the solution that they need it. And this will actually enable them to start utilizing our platform and start utilizing our application and make those engineering calculation out of it. So again, the answer is same. The edge is very easily adaptable, reliable platform for the future that we're building. And we're going to increase all those different AI and all those different features into it.
So when you talked about like the future and the 10 years of the, the years of putting the efforts into this, and before 2017 also the vision of how AsInt happened. Now, what in terms of the architecture you believe, is it about where the data lives, how it is accessed, or something else entirely?
Architecture wise, it's very flexible. We wanted to make sure that if you are a single individual, or if you're an individual with a small group of team, or if you're an individual with a big multi-site, right? Architecture is flexible enough to cover every single client out over there. And people will come and say, well, it's just another cloud product, right? It is not. It is not another cloud product. It is it's a platform that can adapt with the user, can adapt with your needs and everything else. And we are including all the AI features within the application now. So we wanted to make it really available for our end user that really utilizing this application. So we are super excited about it. That guarantee that the fix with the architecturally with every single, from small one individual to the team of 1,000 people, 200,000 people, that doesn't matter, right? To us, and we're gonna work really hard to achieve that.
This sounds like more like the independence that we are, but now we are going to the innovation and how we are like the founders, right? See that nobody else was solving it.
Yeah, so solving the problem is a very complex thing, right? Like, so you need to have something different. You have to have something unique, right? So when we initially launched our application in SAP, we are the only company actually doing certain things, this mechanical integrity calculation within the same SAP ecosystem. So what we are trying to do is, now we have that SAP knowledge. We already worked on the SAP application and served the SAP customer and got a lot of customer. Now we wanted to serve this edge customer, and that's why we call it, this is our edge into the market. And this is how we're going to change the paradigm. This is how we're going to connect a multi-ERP. This is how we're going to connect our application to it. If it's from reliability side of things, if it's from mechanical integrity side of things, or if it's from plant maintenance side of things, we're going to cover end-to-end application, all the cater into one. And then we're going to invite the partners to contribute to the ecosystem. So now we wanted to collaborate with the partners. We wanted to collaborate with a lot of individual companies that they're out over there in the world to do all these things, right? So we are super excited, and our vision is to get our software and the platform to everybody on all part of the world, and that's a goal.
That sounds interesting. And what does this release fall into? What category it will be, and how we are looking into it?
The different client demands different results, right? And every client's need is different, right? And then there is a big the community out over there, they're providing these services to the clients out over there, right? And all kind of different part of the world. So our strategy is pretty simple. Give them the platform that actually is flexible enough and actually can adapt to their needs and their customer needs, and we can actually do all those things within our platform, right? So that is the core strategy that we are adapting on. But now we wanted to enhance it with all the AIs and all those different things goes behind the scene, right? So basically what we really focus on is getting all those engineering calculation, right? Because we are truly calling it this is an engineering platform, right? And we want every single engineering calculation from all the different standards. Like if you're focusing on API, like 580, 581, 571, 579, right? All this different calculation out over there, right? And the standards out over there. We wanted to get all those calculation easily available to our user, to our partner within the same engineering platform. So we are truly calling it as a true engineering platform that will disrupt the market, right? Like to give this flexibility to user to do all this calculation, right? So we are on to something. One of the foundation things we always get asked is, where is industry heading? Where exactly what we are doing next, right? Like not as just AsInt, but as an industry. Like if it's oil and gas, petrochemical, specialty chemical, pharmaceutical, all this industry has a mounted amount of data over the years. They have a different solution. They don't have a single truth of a solution on that side of things, right? So what we are trying to do with our platform, we're trying to give that flexibility. So to follow them, and if you wanted to connect to your ERP, or if you don't want to connect your ERP, but how do you actually perform those standards like ISO 14224? And how do you the calculation from API? And how do I adapt to the calculation? So we're trying to provide that. So we are working really, really hard to bring the industry with us, right? And take industry to the next digital evaluation, because we know that they need a lot of help. We know that in order to get to the cloud adoption is going to be a lot of help. So we're trying to work with that. And then we know that there's a client out there that wanted to be private, right? They don't want it to go and that data to be seen by everybody else in the world. So we're trying to work really hard that our system architecture, our overall application is adaptable to that, right? So just like our adaptable risk model, we're also making sure our platform is adaptable to the client and our partner. So entire focus from our team is to make sure the platform is ready to use by a client day one. And that is what we are working on. We often get this question as like, okay, you're launching something new and you're launching the application and the platform. Now, where are you gonna go from here? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to provide a simple view to the user. So we will have a marketplace within our platform and you can go and check it out. All those different applications that is we have it currently and what we are working on in the future. So for example, workflow builder, like if it's fitness or service, we're gonna work on certain parts and we know that certain parts are complex, like part 3 versus part 9 is very complex one, but we are launching those applications within our platform. So that is what we are trying to do. But as we launch new model and the new parts to it, we are gonna announce it. So user will have a full visibility. We are gonna try to connect our mobile application. We're gonna try to actually introduce the data sets over there so you can actually do the documents. You can also do mass upload and everything else on a data side, then high-end analytics and everything else. So what we are focused on to release at least 3 to 4 applications every month within our AsInt Edge platform. So I definitely encourage people to check us out. Definitely encourage everybody to go follow us on our social media and everywhere else, so you can actually get the idea of what we're launching. And we're open that like if you want certain application that you really needed, and we are willing to work really hard to deliver those applications on our platform. So our hope is to get faster adoption for the user, easier access to the user, very good economic points on a pricing standpoint, and we want good adoption of the application. Like we have a lot of application on the mobile side, we have a lot of application on the SAP stack side that we actually develop over the years. Now time to actually just do on Edge. Now actually focus on Edge to get to that next edge for AsInt. as a founder, what actually is inspire you to build a platform, right? Like, it's a fair question, right? We already have a really excellent SAP stack that we developed with a lot of application, around 25-30 application we built, like from mechanical integrity side of things, so safety side of things, to like a plan maintenance side of things. We have our maintenance plan application, we have our workflow, all this different application. So people often ask us, why now? Why change? Have this option available? Because we feel strongly as a founder that there are a big market out over there for our consultant that we can serve, right? Like as we talk with a lot of consultant out over there doing these projects and everything else around the world, there are a lot of calculation on the engineering side is not available to them, easily accessible to them. Yes, there is a standard for that, but that standard comes with the 800 pages or 1000 pages, and somehow somebody had to put those standards into some sort of a calculation, right? So what we are trying to do, we are delivering a platform at very good option to the client that they can adapt to it and they can start quickly utilizing this application that we're presenting, right? And then we also give them the option to invite others within the platform, right? So we're giving the flexibility to their team member to grow from 1 to like 100 if you wanted to go to, right? So we're giving all this functionality with your fingertip on the platform. That's inspire us to say, okay, platform is now, we wanted to do it, and here's how we're gonna do it. And when we do it, we wanted to serve a lot of people out over there. They will serve by our platform. So that was the foundation, the things we talked about it internally, we debated around it, and that's what we are launching with AsInt Edge. Again, definitely check it out, and do follow us always on our social media, because we are always releasing something cool. We are always disrupting the market, right? And we wanted to make sure, and I always said to the team, build something crazy together, and we always do. So I'm very proud for the team and everybody actually work on launching this.